What's up guys? So today we are going to be talking about that Wandavision trailer that came out a while ago. I know it's pretty late for me to be getting my thoughts out on this, but I really like the trailer and I'm late as hell again, so what does it matter really? I got a new chair and I hope you guys like it because I really like it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm thanking the gods right now guys that we're still going to be able to get to see Wandavision in 2020. So many things this year have been derailed, so just being able to have one thing that's not derailed is awesome and I'm so thankful for that. Not only will we be getting the OG Scarlet Witch costume, but we will also be getting the OG Vision costume, which is super dope. Elizabeth Olsen, again, she wears the OG Scarlet Witch costume very, very well. That's just a fact. That's, again, science, guys. Anyways, we've known for a while that Wanda will be popping up in Doctor Strange 2, and she will be responsible for the upcoming madness. And it seems confirmed in this trailer that Wanda has created her own universe slash reality slash pocket dimension, similar to how she did in House of M, of course, which is I'm pretty sure where they're taking inspiration from and where they're taking this character in the future, more down that route of like craziness. After Vision's death in Infinity War and after Endgame, I'm sure that Wanda is just now having to deal with all that. I mean, once Vision died in Infinity War, she got dusted right after that, and when she came back, she had to fight an all-out war for the universe. So she really hasn't had time to mourn and deal with the death of Vision. And other than Hawkeye, she wasn't really too close to any of the other Avengers, and most of the Avengers have kind of disbanded or just gone. So with her losing her parents, losing her brother, and now losing the love of her life in Vision, I can't imagine how extraordinarily alone Wanda is feeling at this point in time. So to deal with all that, she's created this false reality, which is idealistic and quaint, but again, not real. And I'm very curious to the extent of which Wanda is aware of any of this. Like, is she aware of what she's doing, or is this something that is subconscious, something that is unintentional that her trauma manifested for her? And if so, what was the catalyst for it, or who was the catalyst for it? And if I had to put my money on anything, it would probably be Catherine Hahn's character. Either that lady is Nightmare in disguise or some other powerful magical entity, but yeah, she's up to no good for sure. We also see Catherine Hahn's character acknowledge Vision as dead, so that really throws me through a loop. So just what the hell is that? Okay, we see Vision floating above the town and he notices that this is pretty much hollow, or at least that's the vibe that he's giving off, and he goes and he sees Catherine Hahn's character like dead behind the wheel, almost just phased out, and when he goes and touches her, she wakes up. And I'm curious about that because it's like, do all the people in this reality have the knowledge from the main universe? Are these people in this reality taken from the main universe, or did Wanda create them? And if so, Vision is going around with an Infinity Stone in his head, guys. Last time I checked, somebody took it from him. Thanos borrowed it from him. So did Wanda just create an Infinity Stone? What is that? I do not understand what's going on. And can Wanda create more Infinity Stones? And will somebody try to create more Infinity Stones by using Wanda and her chaos magic? The possibilities are literally endless. Another thing that really intrigues me is just who exactly will be popping up in this series. We all know that Wanda is going to be a key player in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which from everything that's been coming out about Spider-Man 3 recently, Multiverse of Madness is not only going to blow a huge hole in the MCU, but in our minds, of course. Anything can happen, especially with a multiverse where you can pull from different kinds of realities, which I kind of like the whole aspect that we saw in Endgame, where you had the exact same actors playing just alternate reality versions of themselves. I'm not too big a fan of where you go to a different reality. The Flash from this Earth looks different from the Flash of this other Earth, kind of like how Grant Gustin's Flash and Ezra Miller's Flash, when they met up, they look totally different. I'm kind of not the biggest fan of that. I kind of like the strictness of how they did it in Endgame, but I'm a fan of them going to different universes. I could actually get behind this. I don't hate it, but I kind of like how uniform it is, like where there is that consistency, where this is this other version of Peter Parker that looks exactly like the Peter Parker that we know, just in a different reality and with different personality traits, whatever. But I don't care. As long as we get to see Toby and Andrew back and in the MCU and interacting with people, that would be tight. And I imagine Doctor Strange, when he does show up, will be in one of the very last episodes to then lead Wanda into the Multiverse of Madness after the events of Wandavision, of course, which made all this multiversal madness possible in the first place. Darcy from Thor and Jimmy Woo from Ant-Man and the Wasp will be popping up in Wandavision, so I'm guessing they'll be called in to assess some kind of anomaly that's happening with space and this reality. I believe that's what Darcy did in the Thor movie. She was some kind of scientist. Jimmy Woo was some kind of agent. I'm not too familiar with Jimmy Woo's character in like Agents of Atlas and stuff and like in the comics, but that's what I believe they're going to be doing, and that's I guess what they'd be called for. We get to see Monica Rambeau all grown up, who will eventually become the hero Spectrum, which I don't know how that's supposed to happen or what. I don't know how she's supposed to gain her powers, but I'm interested in seeing that. I'm not exactly sure when, but Monica Rambeau actually gets repelled from Wanda's fake reality to the main universe reality. We see her in a kind of, I think, 70s or 60s look. That really intrigues me, because it's like, is this the Monica Rambeau we're getting? Is this a new version? Is this the Monica Rambeau from this universe that was taken by Wanda, or did Wanda create another universe where a Monica Rambeau exists? Did she enter an existing universe and just start messing with it? These are all the things that I'm so curious about, because we see, almost like in the Guardians of the Galaxy when they jump through space, we see kind of an effect like that, but we see that Wanda is repelling her out because we see the red chaos magic around Monica. So I'm just very curious about what's going on. Or is she a spy? Was she sent into the universe? Did she sneak in? Is that why she's being repelled out? Did Wanda figure it out, or did whoever's pulling the strings figure it out and she knew too much and she was gonna ruin the whole plan that was going on, and that's why she was like repelled out? I don't know. Again, probably Catherine Hahn's character, who is behind everything. And lastly, the most interesting of the cast choices, and I think we'd all agree, is Evan Peters. Now, if you know Evan Peters and you know him from anything comic book or geek or anything, you would know that he was Quicksilver in Fox's X-Men movies, the recent ones, right? The thing about it is, you're putting an actor in a WandaVision Disney Plus show, which, you know, if anybody knows, Quicksilver's sister is Wanda, just like we saw in the MCU. Quicksilver in the MCU, this universe died, and you're bringing an actor who they could have cast anybody for whatever role Evan Peters is playing in this show, and we don't know what role he's playing. But the thing about that is, guys, and this also falls into the line of science, to where, how can you put this man in this show and not have us already know that he's gonna be Quicksilver? He's gonna be Quicksilver. I don't know if they're gonna bring the rest of the X-Men roster from Fox's X-Men movies into the MCU, but it just makes no sense for him to not be Quicksilver. You're gonna put him in the show and not have him be Quicksilver? That's preposterous, guys. That just does not make any sense. How can he not be Quicksilver? It doesn't add up, guys. It does not add up. So I'm calling it right now, he's Quicksilver. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's all I really have to say about the trailer. It looks like we're gonna be getting WandaVision around like the 6th or the 12th. I'm not exactly sure. I remember seeing a picture, I'll try to put it up, of somebody like screenshotting the Disney Plus like WandaVision section, and it said that it's gonna be releasing like on the 6th or I think the 12th, but I'll try to put that up. If you're excited to see the show, or you're just excited that something didn't get delayed and you can watch it, something new content is hard to come by in 2020, guys. So I'm taking what I can get. I was hyped for WandaVision before because I really like the character, and Elizabeth Olsen, you know, we all know is great. I can't wait for something new and something Marvel. I mean, so much stuff has been delayed. Let me know your thoughts, your theories, anything that you're suspicious on, any of your speculations. I would love to hear. If you liked the video, leave me a thumbs up, comment down below, and if you want, subscribe. I always appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.